This is the biggest Mini ever made.
It's massive.
Yeah, and the irony is not lost on us, right? It's
Yeah.
called a Mini. This is the Countryman.
Yes, because it's as big as the country.
It's not quite as big as a country. You have to get the mini continent for that.
Yeah.
I understand why they did it. Well, Lamborghini have bloody SUVs now. So you have to cater to the market. I'm not going to critique them for building a car that's bigger. We're in a world and society where people are demanding more, right?
Isn't that our job? We critique.
Yeah, I know. True. Actually, okay, screw this. No, but I mean, I want to find out, is the Mini DNA still in there despite the size? It's clearly a lot more blocky
Yes.
than Minis of old.
Yep. Squarish.
Yeah, it kind of, it's like a Minecraft version. If anyone understands that reference, probably not. I mean, children might.
Welcome to
all
the
the children
stash.
watching out these car reviews, the children want to buy these brand new cars. They had to mix up the design language. They couldn't release another car that looked the same. And so I guess I appreciate what they've tried to do here.
Yes. Okay.
I really like, specifically, the rear end from a straight-on shot.
Yes.
When you start moving around.
And 3/4, but yeah.
Yeah. As you get to the front, things get a bit more dicey for me. I appreciate where they've gone.
Yep.
First of all, I missed the original circular headlights of the Mr. Bean Mini. But granted, that's better than the previous generation, which just had like a blob. It wasn't a circle, it wasn't a square. It was just like a blob of ointment.
Just a map of Wales.
I also like the little bulge on the hood. It's quite cool.
A little bit of contouring, a little
yeah,
bit. A bulge. You do like a bulge.
Well,
to it too.
contouring. I like that. I like what you said about contouring. And then look, the decals on the bonnet.
Okay.
It might be a love it or hate it kind of job.
Yeah, it's funny because it actually does add something, I think, for the enthusiast.
Enthusiast?
Yeah.
Any enthusiast out there is going to love that. Yeah.
And I'm assuming this is the sportier version of it, and it does, and those motifs just do help with
well,
that. So,
excellently deduced, Andrew. Yes, this is the JCW John Cooper Works version. So this is the fastest one you can possibly buy.
Oh, okay, cool.
And we'll find out what that feels like on the road. They definitely get points for trying to be different in the marketplace and not conforming to what everyone else looks like.
This has kind of gone against it in a really interesting way, in a way that makes you go, huh, rather than go,
Yeah, well put, Andy. We should be journalists and write that in the magazine. You cannot deny that getting in here, it's certainly quirky.
Very.
Yeah, right? And it's novel, interesting. And the main, I mean, as soon as you get in the car, the very first thing I noticed, and it's hard not to miss it, is the circular display, right?
Yes.
And first of all, the definition of it is crazy good. Like it's so sharp and high resolution.
Yeah.
The colors really pop. It's an OLED screen.
Are there any films that are filmed with a circular Mr. Bean series recut circle?
That's actually weirdly a smart idea, Andy. Like, imagine if they did that and like you could only watch it in a Mini on the circle screen. But the other really cool thing about this screen, which I genuinely appreciate, is the fact that you can completely customize the look and feel of it.
Okay.
So it has these things called mini experiences, right? And you click this toggle down here, and you can change it between these various settings. It loads it up, and all the colors change. I guess this is what I'm learning about Mini after spending the week with it, is that it is all about expressing your personality and the ability to customize it and individualize it. I think speaks volumes, because not many cars, I mean, there are some cars where they allow you to change the theme.
Yeah, and it's just like a color LED
It's just, yes,
strip.
exactly.
Yeah,
it just changes
really.
from red to blue or whatever. And that's, oh, great. Yeah, this is really capturing my personality.
I'm feeling magenta today.
Yeah. Whereas this, I mean, all the fonts change, everything changes. The trade-off is it removes a lot of the information you'd normally have in front of you as a driver.
Yeah.
Instead, we have this tiny little heads-up display, which basically just shows your speed.
Can I call out a few things in here, Rory?
Certainly.
I love these doodads. I think that the thing to flick around, it's almost like an old plane.
Yeah, I agree. And I really like the little starting key thing.
It's funny because that's the worst one for me, but it's kind of still cool.
How dare you? No, let's fight about this, Andy. The reason why I like it, and maybe this is just because it's weird to call this novel when it's simulating turning a key, which is ancient.
Yes.
But I'm kind of bored of pressing a button.
Yeah.
So having a little something to twist.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's actually quite cool, these little handles as well. These straps.
Yeah, straps are interesting. I like this one. I'm not so sure about the one on the
No, you take that back. No.
And it seems very tense. Yeah. I can imagine one of my toddlers getting in here with a set of scissors and just be like, right, well, that's gone.
That would be brutal, yeah. I really like the strap on the steering wheel. I really like it a lot because it's so, again, different and novel. Like, not many steering wheels have that. It's always, whatever, bits of plastic or metal. Let's talk about the dash.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's talk about the dash.
Because I can tell we're going to have some disagreements here.
It's glaring. It makes me, I'm just not into it. Also, the fact that it's material, what if you had someone in the car and there's a spilled coffee and it goes all over it?
That's a good point. I don't know how you'd clean it.
Oh, yeah, that's actually another thing. The headroom is just insane. It's like a grand ballroom.
Yeah, it's huge. The headroom is massive. You could be 10 foot tall and be comfortable.
Yeah, there's not too many 10 feet people.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you could be under 10 foot. I don't want to get hung up on the 10, you know? It's not...
You set the bar there, mate.
Yeah,
We're sticking to it.
Fair enough. Talking of headroom, that's where the entire discussion around space comes in, because that's the whole point of the Countryman, right? It's bigger.
Yeah.
In the back seat, we both sat in the back in our current driving position, plenty of knee room. And the boot space is fair. It's not massive, but it's fair, I'll describe it as.
Okay.
So all in all, again, I think just like the outside, the inside, it's choosing personality and character over maybe perfect functionality and optimization. Skidding around. Woo!
A little bit of water on the track.
There you go, 100. What kind of time have we got?
5.73.
5.7. Felt faster than 5.7.
Yeah? Nah, I reckon 5.7 felt about right. Yeah.
A few things stand out immediately when you drive this car.
Yeah.
The very first thing is the steering feels super direct and fast.
Okay.
As soon as you sort of turn your arms at all,
Yeah.
the car turns with you. You know what I mean?
In sport mode or regardless
in every
of
mode.
Okay.
In every mode. In sport mode, it just tightens it up slightly.
Okay.
But it's super responsive,
Yeah.
and it kind of makes it feel like a go-kart to a degree, which is kind of, in their DNA. I mean, they used to have a go-kart mode. It's now called the John Cooper Works mode.
Go-kart mode actually sounds kind of great.
Well, I know, and it's just funny to replace it with someone's like full name. It's like, oh yeah, we got rid of go-kart, but now we've got Maximus Aurelius is the name of the mode.
Maybe the size of the car has now, that's gone over the threshold, and they're like, it just doesn't translate to...
True, maybe. That's actually a good point. They're like,
Yeah.
we can't get away with calling it go-kart at this point. The next thing you notice feels smaller than it is for sure to drive.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure an element of that is, as I said before, the steering feel.
You know what, it'd be hilarious. You're driving down a road, and Auckland roads, some of them are so narrow nowadays, you just like smash into the side of one.
It feels small.
It felt small.
That's all that matters. It's all what feels on the inside.
Yeah.
Well, this is the weird thing about this car, because it's kind of an in-between size. Like, it's not as small as, say, a Cupra Formentor that we've already tested.
Yes.
It's certainly not as big as, like, a Mercedes GLC or a Tiguan or, a sort of full-size SUV. It's kind of a half size.
Yeah.
Which maybe there's a sweet spot there. And all of that translates to a cornering experience that's surprisingly good given the weight and size and performance profile of the car. It's got a little bit of body roll, but not much. And you can get around a corner pretty quick, right? Like, this is not, it's certainly not a laborious Range Rover or whatever bouncing around the road. I mean, it feels pretty tight, pretty well put together.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable.
I will say that it definitely feels very zippy, right? It's not knock your socks off fast.
No, it's not.
But to be fair, we've been spoiled by driving McLarens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's undoubtedly a quick car.
Undoubtedly. And perhaps the driver of this vehicle isn't after radically fast. They're more into the aesthetic quirks than the speed. The one thing I will call out is the exhaust sound that's piped in, right?
Yes.
It's
completely artificial.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty convincing.
Yeah.
Like, you could think that it's real, but then once you click on that it's not real, it feels a bit gimmicky.
It feels like if you go over a New Zealand bridge that's in a bit of a state of disrepair and it's got sections and it's like...
Oh, yeah. That's a very specific sound to call to mind, Andy, but maybe, and look, for all we know, that's exactly what they were going for, in which case they've nailed it.
Do you think that they did some audio recordings as they were going over the harbour bridge and were just like...
They're like, yep, that's it.
This is...
Run it. When you see another Mini on the road, I couldn't help but want to sort of give them a little wave or a little nod. And the reason why I felt that is because clearly everyone that buys a Mini have made a very deliberate decision to buy a Mini, right? That they align with the kind of somewhat unique elements that make up the buyer of a Mini. And so therefore you automatically kind of have a sense of camaraderie, I feel, with them. And so let's say if you're in a Mazda MX-5, you're hardly gonna wave to a CX-5 SUV going past, right?
Okay.
But maybe Mini, because everything under that brand, you know, is a similar style of car, there's that more intimate sense of community. I don't know if I'm picking up on something that's not actually here.
Okay, I have no idea, mate. Have you been getting that when you've been driving around?
No one's waved at me. I'll be like, hey, everyone! Everyone's like, what's wrong with you? So Mini's biggest car ever, is it still a Mini? I think it's still a Mini if you're willing to look past measurements. If you think, well, it's true. If you think Mini is, if you box them in based on their name and their first car, yeah, look, it's not a small car.
Yes, and you know, like an entire brand pivot to call this particular one a Maxi would have sounded really weird.
Yeah, or like we were discussing
hugie.
earlier, it feels like a missed opportunity to not have a minivan.
A biggie.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, there you go, biggie. But also, and sort of critically, it undercuts the German brands on price. There is a value proposition there because, you know, for an equivalent BMW, Mercedes, or Audi with this kind of horsepower, you're looking at a lot more money. Here's what matters for me, is we've said it a few times in the video, is how it makes you feel. And what I noticed about having this car over the week, I started to feel that it was just fun. It was a fun car to look at, it was a fun car to be in, it was a fun car to drive. The cumulative effect of that is that it just brightens your day. Like when you get in the car, you just feel like a little bit of energy.
Yeah, and you know, that's really important, especially if you're sort of got a 30 to 60 minute commute on a Monday and you're really not feeling it.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. It injects, should I say it a few more times in a row? That might get my point across. I'm very articulate.
it's your favorite film, though.
It is one of my favorite words, actually. I love it as a word. It's up there. I like it, you, and
Thing.
Yeah, they're all great.